Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel, where we talk about bikes that actually matter for everyday riders like you and me. If you love two-wheelers and want real, honest reviews that help you decide what's worth your money, you're in the right place. Before we dive into today's review, make sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and share it with your friends who love bikes as much as you do. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming because this one is a classic. Today, we're talking about the 2026 Honda CG 125. Yes, the legend, the bike that's been ruling the streets for decades. If you grew up seeing a CG 125 in your neighborhood, you know exactly why this bike is such a big deal. It's not just transportation, it's an emotion for so many riders. And now, in 2026, Honda has decided to take this legendary machine and give it some modern touches while keeping that iconic simplicity intact. So, let's break it down. First things first, design. At a glance, the 2026 Honda CG 125 still looks like the CG we all know and love. Honda hasn't gone crazy with futuristic changes because honestly, that's not what this bike is about. The tank still has that bold, muscular look with sharp lines and chrome touches that make it feel premium. The side covers are sleeker, and the graphics are a bit sportier now, giving it a fresh vibe without losing the old-school charm. The headlamp is still halogen, no LEDs here, because Honda wants to keep it simple and reliable for everyone, especially for markets where affordability and durability matter. The speedometer is now semi-digital though, which is a nice upgrade for riders who want a bit of modern tech. Now let's talk about the engine, because this is what makes the CG 125 so special. The new model carries the same 124.1XE single-cylinder, air-cooled four-stroke engine that has been refined for better performance and fuel efficiency. Honda claims it now delivers around 11 HP at 8, 500 RPM and 10 Nm of torque at 7, 500 RPM, which is just the right amount for a daily commuter bike. The engine is paired with a 4-speed transmission, super smooth as always, and the clutch feel is light, which makes it a great choice for city traffic and longer rides alike. And yes, that Honda sound, that throaty exhaust note, is still there. They didn't mess with it because they know riders love that sound. Fuel efficiency is another big win for the 2026 CG 125. Honda says it can deliver anywhere between 50 to 55 kilometers, depending on how you ride. That means if you're someone who rides daily for work or school, this bike is going to save you a lot on fuel costs. The fuel tank is 9.2 liters, which gives you a decent range before you need to fill up again. Now, when it comes to riding comfort, Honda has done a little tweaking. The seat is still a straight, long design, perfect for two riders and even some extra cargo if needed. The foam padding is slightly better this time, making long rides less tiring. The suspension setup is the same tried and tested formula. Telescopic forks at the front and twin spring, loaded shocks at the rear. It's not a soft suspension like on scooters, but it's good enough for bumpy roads, and it gives you that solid, connected to the road feeling. The braking system is simple. Drum brakes on both wheels. No disc brakes yet. I know some people might complain about this, but honestly, Honda is keeping costs low and maintenance easy. If you want a more premium braking setup, you'll have to move up to bigger models. The wheel size is 18 inches, and the tires are durable, giving good grip on both dry and wet roads. What about features? Well, don't expect Bluetooth, riding modes, or fancy electronics here. This is the CG 125. It's all about reliability, simplicity, and low maintenance. And that's exactly why people keep buying it year after year. It starts with a self-starter now, but you still have the kickstart option because, in some situations, that's a lifesaver. The semi-digital cluster now shows speed, odometer, fuel gauge, and basic indicators. No gimmicks, just useful stuff. One thing I love about the CG 125 is how easy it is to maintain. The parts are cheap, widely available, and any mechanic can fix this bike with their eyes closed. That's why this bike is so popular in developing countries and even with riders who want something simple in big cities. Honda claims the engine is even more refined now with Euro 5 compliance, which means fewer emissions and a cleaner ride. How does it feel on the road? Honestly, just like a CG should, light, agile, and responsive. The bike weighs around 100 kilograms, so it's easy to handle, even for beginners. The handlebar position is upright, the foot pegs are neutral, and the overall ergonomics make it a very comfortable ride for daily commuting. It can cruise at 80-90 Golni-Meiselshu without any issues, and the top speed is around 110 Golni-Meiselshu if you really push it. But this bike isn't made for racing. It's about durability and trust. Now, the big question, price. The 2026 Honda CG 125 is priced at around $1,200 to $1,300 depending on the market and the variant you choose. Honestly, for what it offers, legendary reliability, low running costs, and that classic Honda feel, I think it's still a great deal. So, who should buy this bike? If you want something simple, strong, and reliable for everyday use, whether for work, college, or just regular commuting, the CG 125 is perfect. It's not flashy, it's not tech-loaded, but it does its job better than most bikes in this price range. That's it for today's review of the 2026 Honda CG 125. I hope you enjoyed it and got all the details you needed. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more honest reviews like this. Hit that like button and tell me in the comments, would you buy the CG 125 in 2026? Or do you think it needs more upgrades? Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.